Probably snakes and spiders in here. Hello. Ah. Don't be snakes in here, please. Ah. Oh. Beautiful morning. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Biking Roots. My name's Evan. I own Biking Roots Bike Shop here in Houston, Texas. So welcome to the channel. And before we get to drivetrains, I wanted to quickly say that it's time to sell my Mazda. As some of you may know, this is my car that I've been driving for the last 2.5 years. So yeah, it's been a fun little car, but it's time to go. So have something new that's coming, potentially, but I'll let you know later. So let me know if you're interested, if you're in the Houston area. No, I'm not going to ship it. So if you're local, let me know if you want the Mazda. All right, today we're going to do part 3 of the 3-part series on inexpensive drivetrains for less than $150 that have clutches and that aren't SRAM or Shimano. If you haven't seen the other videos, this one may not make as much sense. You're welcome to watch it, but you may want to check out the other 2 videos first. If you have the cash, yes, you can get a very nice lightweight high-performance system from SRAM or from Shimano. But if you want to save some cash and you still want to have fun out on the trail and have a clutch, these are some options for you. All right, so new week. This week we are going to box it up with a new drivetrain, Box Prime 9 8-speed. The reason we went with the 8-speed was because the 9-speed system is more than 150 bucks, so trying to keep it in this price range. We're going to test this 8-speed system. So with the Cassette, this is a all steel plate, and then you have your 2 lower 7 and 8 speeds here. The box system has its own chain, so we're going to measure this, and then we're going to install the derailleur and the shifter. All right, weigh-in time for the Box Prime 9 8-speed. These are all steel cogs. Biggest one is 42 tooth, and looks like we are at 458 grams. All right, time for the derailleur. First impression of the derailleur, it looks like a pretty good product. We got some plastic going on. The limit screws are Phillips or flathead, which would like to see, which I don't care for, but they work. Sorry, weigh in on the box derailleur, we are at 330 grams. All right, now for the box shifter, 125 grams. Now for the box chain. A box requires you use their chain, but it's not that expensive. 323 grams. All right, the Box Prime 9 8-speed system is installed. Not too bad. This derailleur is very, very stiff, and as far as I can tell, there isn't a way to release or disengage the clutch. Other than that, we got it dialed in, and tomorrow, there's some rain coming into Houston tomorrow, so I'm going to try to get a quick ride in before we open the shop and see how it performs out on the Timberlane Trail. So far, so good. Just finding all the gears. Still super sandy here. No, a little bit of rain fell last night. Please don't be any snakes. Hey guys, all right, it is the next morning and just done about 45 minutes so far on the Iron Horse, and out here in Timberlane, the same trail that I've used for the other videos. So yeah, I hit quite a few spider webs this morning through the trail. I think I was the first one here, so for anyone riding today, you're welcome. All right, let's talk about the Box Prime 9 8-speed version, and so far pretty good. Kind of miss a little bit of range. It may be because I'm tired, but yeah, I may be missing a little bit of range from the 8-speed versus the other 9-speed systems that I've been riding. Sometimes didn't seem to quite find the gear that I wanted. But other than that, no skip shifts, everything shifting properly. I would say this shifter is better than the Sunrace system, but not as good as the Microshift in my opinion. I do like a trigger better, that may be why, but if you're a SRAM person and you're used to the push, I will say the box derailleur definitely feels tough. Like it doesn't feel like it's gonna break anytime soon. I think they definitely over-engineer it to be tough. All right, I'm gonna get back on the bike and keep riding, because here in Southeast Texas, if you stop riding, you start sweating and then the bugs come. So I'm gonna get going and keep riding. In my lowest gear, 42 tooth. Let's see how it does on this biggish hill. Oh, it's steep. All right, here we go. Ah, more spiders. Woo. Whoa. So I continued riding. Towards the end of my ride, I did drop chain once, which kind of surprised me. Not quite sure why, but put it back on. Didn't have any issues since then, so who knows. But other than that, it performed fine. I think I like it better than the Suntour system. Overall, I still think the Advent was the best, at least for me, in my opinion, with this. All right, so time to sum up the drivetrain. So the 3 different drivetrains that we did. I'll put the specs here as far as kind of the pricing of each of them and some of the weights as far as like the total weight of the system. I wanted to quickly talk about the 12-speed system. So one of the things I kept thinking about as I was reviewing these drivetrains is just that more and more bike manufacturers are speccing the 12-speed, like the SRAM SX. It's become very common in a lot of like the beginner, nicer bikes. So the ones that actually have clutches they'll spec it with the SX drivetrains. So the SRAM systems, the inexpensive ones, they use like an SX derailleur, and then they use the NX, which is a Shimano compatible cassette. And so yeah, you get 12 speeds, but these things are heavy. Like these, I think they weigh like 620 grams. So a couple 100 grams more than like the heaviest 9-speed system. You have a lot more rings and it's just heavier. So you see it on like this is the Surly Wednesday. You see it on the Hawk Hill 2. They have the 12-speed SX. This one has the SX crank as well. So the bike manufacturer, it's an easy way to get a drivetrain system. You get the crank, you get the cassette, derailleur, everything all together. It's very easy and probably a lot less expensive to manufacture and to spec. However, I would like to see more systems like the box or the Microshift system. I think would be a great option that they could spec on some of the lower price bikes. Depending where you live, I mean, you don't necessarily need that much range. I mean, 50 tooth is very, very large. And I actually just heard today that SRAM now is coming out with a 52 tooth, so even bigger outer cog. So if 50 tooth wasn't enough, you're now gonna have a 52 tooth. And so to me, that's just huge. You just have this massive plate. I'm not knocking SRAM. In fact, a lot of these systems probably wouldn't be possible without SRAM. I think SRAM was definitely knew what they were doing when they started to release the one-by systems and basically do away with the front derailleur. So Shimano was a little slower to follow. If I have any criticism, I don't think bigger is necessarily better. I'd rather see more systems with less gears and lighter weight, because as we know in mountain biking, weight does make a difference, and sometimes you have to spend a lot of money to get to a lighter weight. But if you can spend less money, get even less weight, it's not a bad way. So overall, just to sum it up, the Microshift Advent system was my favorite. It had the best shifter, had, I believe, the lightest weight, and it just worked really well. So I would definitely use that on other bikes if I can get it. I know this may be frustrating because a lot of these things are probably sold out right now. Most good things are sold out right now. So if you can't buy one right now, I'm sorry. I'll put some links below for hopefully some options that you can click on to buy it and to maybe consider for your next bike, or if you're doing your drivetrain upgrade. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, hopefully you did, hit the like button for me. Consider subscribing to the channel. We'd love to have you and appreciate your support. Have fun out on the trails, be safe, and we'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye. Forest fires. I think there's one crawling my leg. Hehehe